Good morning and welcome to Chamber Check-In this morning. I have the pleasure of visiting with Mindy Jones Nevarez of Amy Jones Group. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited to have you share some of the efforts of your organization and your leadership. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, totally. So I'm super excited to be on here. I am a native of Arizona, just a little bit of background about me. So I'm a total geek when it comes to anything local. I love meeting local business owners. I love talking to the chamber. It makes me feel super excited and super engaged in my community. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be on. I was born and raised in Phoenix. I now live in Chandler. And I own and operate the Amy Jones Group, which is a residential real estate team run out of the Keller Williams Integrity First office right here in Gilbert at Higley and Warner. We service families all right here down in the Southeast Valley, and we are on pace to help 175 families just in 2020 alone. We feel so blessed to be able to do what we do. Your home is often your greatest asset. It's where your kids sleep at night. It is the source of both anxiety and all the goodness in life too. And so we take our role very seriously, and we're so grateful to be able to do what we do right here in Gilbert.
Yeah, and you have an incredible team and women, right? You lead a team of women. So tell us about your team.
Yeah, so I certainly am not a one-man, one-woman show. This is not anything that I could do all by myself, and I'm so grateful for all of the women that I am in business with. So we are a team of 12. We have 8 full-time real estate agents, including myself, as well as 4 full-time staff members. And so we are built in a way that serves clients no matter when or how they need us. And then we've also worked really hard to ensure that the back end, the infrastructure of our business is designed in a way to support both our agents being out in the field and our families when they need, an extra person to call or someone else to help them throughout the process. We really work as one cohesive unit to make the process as easy as possible.
You really do. And you set an example yourself with all of the community service, and your heart is in so many different places. You want to share a little bit about what you do for the community?
Yeah, sure. So I think, community service is something that has just been a part of the fabric of who I am from when I was very little. I was engaged in, I guess I'd call it community organizing. When I was in 2nd grade, I started a peer mediation group where I trained my peer 2nd graders on how to resolve fights that might occur on the playground. And I had my mom buy, white shirts for us, and we puffy painted, that we were peer mediators, and I had everyone wear those. So the idea that I was not alone in this world and that I needed to work with others to make a difference and to really feel meaningful is just sort of who I am. And so I've spread that and shared that within the business that I've built. I've chosen to be at a brokerage that believes in giving back. My team serves community organizations all throughout the year. So most recently, we were at the Closed Cabin, which is part of One Small Step, which is right here in Gilbert, a really great organization serving families in need. And what was really exciting about that experience, and we do all kinds of things, right? We're with the United Food Bank, and we're with ICANN, and we're with, as many organizations as we can find and partner with. But I think what was so meaningful for me about that most recent experience is that many of the agents on my team shared that their first time really volunteering in the community was when they became a part of the Amy Jones Group and found that that was really just part of the culture of who we were. And that meant so much to me. Many people don't grow up with volunteering or giving back, and it doesn't mean that they're bad people or that they're raised wrong. It just means those things are not accessible to everybody. And so knowing that I've been able to share that on top of the amazing work that they already do with families here in the community it's been so meaningful to me.
Yeah, it's really heartwarming to know that you've made that opportunity for your team and you've really led by example. And I will also say I need some remediation skills for my 4th grade daughter. We need some puffy paint and t-shirts because 4th grade is rough, let me tell you.
I am all about it. I think that's one of the hardest things that I face myself as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner, is I want to do everything. You know, when I talk to you and I talk to people on your team, I'm like, wow, working at the chamber, that sounds so much fun. Like, that's such a cool job. What do you do? I want to know what you do, you know, and then I'll meet other people and I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I want to do that. Or I'll hear about an organization I'm working with, Neighbors Who Care, who serves primarily in Sun Lakes, but at the other communities down here in the Southeast Island. I'm like, how can I help you? What can I do for you? Like, and that's really part of why I have a Live, Love, Local program where we spotlight local businesses, similar to what you do here, spotlighting the chamber members. We do a professional video for them. We actually just did it for the Women Empowered Committee's Conquer and Chat this weekend, Communicate, Conquer and Chat this weekend, that they're doing a networking event. And so we created that as a way to just continue to connect with all of the amazing people that are out there. So I am on hand to be fourth grade mediator training program.
Don't volunteer too loudly because I might take you up on that. So you mentioned Women Empowered, and thank you for making the video. We actually have submitted it for consideration for a regional award because
I'm so excited.
A great product for us to share with our community. But tell me a little bit about your involvement with Women Empowered, because I know you are a huge contributor to that program.
Yeah, so the Amy Jones Group is a sponsor of the committee and the events that the committee runs, and we have been. So, you know, we try not only to put our time into organizations, but also our money. We donate from every closing that we have to a couple of organizations here through Keller Williams, and then also we use those funds to sponsor organizations that we believe in throughout the community. And so Women Empowered is one of those. And then recently I was asked to be on the committee, which it was honestly a secret goal of mine. My team knows, but it was a secret goal of mine to be asked to be on a chamber committee in 2020. And I just slipped in there right before November, the end of the year. So I was really excited to be asked to do that. My team will be joining the networking call this Friday morning. We're also providing some of the raffle prizes, and I'm super excited about that because that's another Gilbert partnership. There's an organization called Locavore, and they have created these like monthly mystery boxes where they get local items and they put them in there, so then you can buy these boxes. And they have Burgie's coffee in there this month from downtown Gilbert. So it's really cool. So we're providing 3 of those for the raffle prizes for this Friday. So it's just so fun. I like to bring people together, and real estate obviously is the primary way that we do that. That has, however, been the platform for me to connect with people in so many different ways.
Well, you are a force to be reckoned with. You're awesome. We're so grateful. We're on behalf of the whole community and all that you do. Thank you for your stewardship. It's amazing. And last question before we wrap up, why the Southeast Valley? What is it about the Southeast Valley that you find so magical?
Yeah, I love that. And that is exactly how I would describe it. So I'm a native, like I mentioned. I was born and raised in Central Phoenix. I was born at Doctors Hospital, which doesn't exist anymore, but which is where Phoenix Children's Hospital, the original building, stands today. And my whole life, I was very engaged and involved in my Phoenix community. Amy Jones is my stepmom, and she started the Amy Jones Real Estate Company about 13 years ago. And her and my dad were living in Chandler and in Sun Lakes in the south of Chandler. And so really all of our business was built in this area. And I've been with the team now for about 7 or 8 years, and obviously always knew this area because my dad lived in Chandler, and so I was kind of back and forth as a kid between Phoenix and Chandler. And during that time working in this business, meeting families, investing in the communities that we were working in, getting to know the chambers, getting to know the nonprofits, understanding the school systems, the resources available, the fact that we have more parks per capita in each neighborhood than we have in any other neighborhood in the valley, I developed such a love for this community. And so I have a 16-month-old son. And so when I got married, almost immediately after we got married and we decided to have children, I decided to relocate our family from Central Phoenix, where I had always been. It's very hard to leave the 602. Us Arizona natives, we're very like, I live right here. But I was so excited to move to the Southeast Valley, and I've never looked back. I'm so grateful to serve where I do.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here and for all your contributions. And thanks for visiting with me this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us. And if there's any questions that we can answer about real estate or community, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to us or come stop by on the corner of Higley and Warner. Someone's always here.
Yeah, thank you.